here for hours on end right through July and sigh with content when it comes to the end of the day. We motor from Godalming, booze in the boot, dive at the terrace and sit there as rooted as old King Canute, till we've heard that absurd umpire say,
"Are you ready? Play."
Do you know I've brought a Tupperware cup of Gordon's just to buck me up, so at noon I shall have 1 or 2 little gins to drink.
15, love.
All this salad's frightfully slimming. Do you know, I do believe I'm winning. My waistline's down to 24, I think.
30, love.
Same old clothes in the same old places. One tires of places, stares at the same old faces. Though I suppose I should stop lusting for new blood.
New balls.
Last year's final did excite us. You were in bed with Garolitis. God knows who won, but we had such fun in the mud.
Quiet, please.
At the final last time, in my selfridge sundress, I watched as the finalists started to undress, which frankly would make a great-grandmother feel fairly fraught. I was yelling cooey to the Duchess of Kent, who'd been drinking champagne in the visitors' tent, and that and the drizzle had made one a bit overwrought. I got awfully upset when I sat on a strawberry, given to me by a strange boy called Aubrey, who was really an absolute dear. I don't care what you thought. And I cannot remember the first thing about it. Gerald maintains that I stood up and shouted, "Whip him out, dear, and come here!" to the whole centre court. Oh, they're off again. Do you know that most of them are dykes? Which is fine, of course, if that's what one likes. But what is it exactly that they do?
Change ends.
I know, of course, that the game is tough, but you've got to admit, her skin looks rough. She could be my age, really. 32.
40, love.
Don't the fans make a silly noise? Those players are little more than boys. Wish Gerald had their stamina, all the same.
Second service.
Fat chance. Do you know that darling Freddie Perry once asked me up for a glass of sherry at 6:15 with the Queen at the end of the game?
Advantage.
Well, Gerald was mortified, hustled me out to the Volvo and stupidly asked that I shout out instructions to guide him, of course, as he started to back it. Well, we suddenly heard the most agonised squeal, and poor Audrey Slingback was caught in a wheel. There were words, there were tears, there was shocking abuse of a racket. Gerald was livid. He called it disgraceful. I grant you the photos were slightly distasteful. Half page in the Hazelmere Clarion, bold as can be. And he simply refuses to go back again, which explains why, although it's not nearly the same, we've been sitting for years like this, watching it all on TV.
Set and match.